Ukrainian President Zelensky requested sending American and, by extension, NATO troops, especially the Americans, to Ukraine to fight against the Russian forces. Using a hypothetical question about what the US would do if Russia attacked a NATO country, he said this would happen if Ukraine lost the war, implying that the US should act sooner by sending boots on the ground. The USA should send its sons and daughters the same way we send them to war. And they will have to fight. Because this is NATO, and they will die, God forbid, says Zelensky. Of course, such action would immediately result in a nuclear war. If officially American troops are engaged in battles with Russian forces, then the door of the madhouse will open, and open to all the planet's inhabitants. Opinion. Every major world war, which of course, always started in Europe since it has the know-how, always leaves unfinished business for the next one. Napoleon, the Great's great attack on Moscow, did not solve any problems. But it changed the world as we know it. Even the fact that our car is the left-hand driver is proof. Except for England, which continued to have the steering wheel on the right, since France then did not conquer England to force it to apply this way of driving, carts and carriages at the beginning and after their development, which is the automobile. The First World War did not solve any problems, on the contrary, it created many new world problems. The biggest failure, the fiasco of the time, was the League of Nations, a world organization that had exacerbated the problems of all states and fueled the start of the Second World War. But not even the end of the Second World War solved the problems. Crooked maps were created to keep people fighting each other. Why should there be Russian Transnistria or Kaliningrad and many other contested areas within Europe that states have difficulty keeping in check separatist tendencies and separatist initiatives of many peoples? And most importantly, they established the UN, which not only stopped almost no war but did not care when NATO unilaterally bombed Serbia, and the Chinese embassy by mistake, as they claimed at the time. The UN created, as a solution, North Korea and North Vietnam, and historically, we have seen until today what suffering they have brought to the world. The outstanding issues left by the Second World War will be tried to be solved by the people in their opinion, which has always been wrong, once and for all, with the start of the Third World War.
The future historian will then have to look for historical sources to study. But since everything is digital or in the cloud, I am still determining what he can find. What is certain is that he will wonder. Who was more to blame for the annihilation of humanity, the blind leaders or the people devastated because of their indifference? The serpent's egg is still fertile. Bertolt Brecht.